Viewers, we have a Hobart plasma cutter, a shitty Hobart MIG welder. We got a miter saw here with a metal blade, some grinders, big chunk of what used to be the gooseneck off of my trailer, homemade trailer I had. Some shitty cylinders, which who knows if they even work. I think this one might. And we got this load of crap scrap metal. What can we make, boys and girls? Yeah, that's how it come out. We're going to have to use that on the trailer project. Shit. Got some junky scrap metal here. 1/8 inch plate. And we got another small section here. 1/8 inch plate, diamond plate. So, what can we make? We got a quick attach. And we got this shitty, used to be a post auger that was from the 1940s with the rear end on it's broke. So what do you think we're going to make? I'll take some more videos as soon as I decide what the hell we're going to do. So, we cut off a chunk of this old fifth wheel trailer here. This is the same step that's under mobile homes. I cut it to length to fit across the front of the tractor for the quick attach. So I'll have a lip up here that hooks on the top of the quick attach, and it's cut out in the back because this is going to clear those. I'm going to build off of this plate, and for fuck's sakes, never fails. Ye old grinder. Take a look at her. Woo, she's hot. I've killed like 8 of these things, different brands. The old Black & Decker was the shittiest one I ever got. It's got a press fit or a taper fit for the gear on it, and it came off. It looky like you turn it one way and she comes on, so focus. It looks like, see those 2 little brass screws right in the center of the shot? When I pulled her apart, one of them fell out, so if we turn it slow, oh, looks like we're missing a C1. Looks like we're missing the other one. So, it matches what fell out in the middle of the shot. So we're going to throw it back in there and keep on going, but I've killed some of these grinders, ain't funny. I got a big one. I just don't have a big grinding disc for it. I got a big old Harbor Crapper. And I've got a big flap disc, and I got a grinder for concrete. That thing's like brand franking new. We done killed it. Alright, we'll get some more done. So we got the piece of channel. We took the tabs. You can tell it's a little hot, so I'm not going to touch it. Took the tab we cut from this section. And we weld them up here on both sides. Now, this heavy beast lifted up. And of course, we'll box in the side, and we'll also box this in so it can't pry those tabs up and off. And I might even take and connect from here to here. And those cutoffs fit nicely. And down here at the bottom of the bucket, it's going to be a little harder to get this in because it's going to be pretty tight. And doing it like this leaves me plenty of room for these. Now is using the little plasma cutter I have to go through and cut out these tabs for the bottom. This is 1/4 inch steel. This is what the tab looks like. I just did a mirror flip of it, traced it, cut on this. This came off of a set of pallet forks that I had to cut and make a bracket for my tractor because this was specific for a pin-on Kubota. And I've got the bottoms welded on, welded across. And this is where in between here is where the arm is going to come out. I'm not going to quite say what it is, you can wait and see at the end. Whoop, far away. Not too bad of welds for a little 110 MIG. I still have to cap the ends. But the grinder lives again, boys. Easy fix. Safety, please. Tell me I don't have a guard. I'm going to hurt myself. Alrighty. You guess what it's going to be yet? You got a beam. Let's see the front. Ooh, I have to beat this back out. She folded down. Bend this still around this corner here. This is going to be the start of a bucket for the front. What we're doing here is like a skid steer style small trenching bucket. I've got sand. If I had hard packed clay, this probably wouldn't work. With this tractor, being that I have sand, I'm not going to overload the arms of this tractor. It should pull through this stuff fairly easy. So that's what we're doing. We're just doing the outside layout of the bucket. As you can see, the inside is an inch skinnier than the outside, top and bottom. Ugh. So we're going to have to fix that top. She bowed a little bit funny. And then fill the gap in, and then we'll start working on some pivots and fabricating a better arm than that, and we'll see where it goes. Now we got this thing bubble gummed together. Never claimed I was a good welder, so nitpick it if you like, but she's good enough for me. So get some bubble gum on the bucket to hold it together. Yeah, it's cobbled together, yeah. It's a little thin, but it's welded on all the seams. So we're going to take this here plate, put this here plate in here, it's going to come out a little bit. We're going to weld her on all around real good. And I'm going to get some plate squares. We're going to do the corners of it too. And it's going to wrap around a little bit, maybe even up. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what's next. Still using that piece came off of there. Still using all the scrap we got. This is just a scrap project. Alrighty, we'll keep on going. Alright, now we got these 1/4 inch thick mounted to the 1/8 inch. Gives a little extra stability. Got nice and bubble gummed on there pretty good. All the way around, bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Ooh, still warm bubble gum. Now, to come up with how we're going to hinge the bucket off of this I-beam here. I don't know if I want to use that. I've still got a piece of square channel. It'll be a lot easier. Maybe let's use a square channel. I don't know. We'll keep rolling. I know, guys, there's got to be something that I can go to easily get all the angles for this shit. And there probably is some kind of program or something, but for me, I work best when, like I said, do my best thinking in my head. Anyway, for me, when I can put stuff together and look at it, that's when I can try to mock stuff up, and that's when I come up with my best ideas. Now, we're working with shit, remember that now. This is all crap, bubblegum together. So, if it even works in the end, it's not a loss. And I know this here little cylinder is nowhere near enough travel for what we're trying to do, but we're going to use it anyway. We'll see how it goes. These frames off an old rear finish mower, and they got nice, real thick tubing on the end, and all the spindles from the frames, most of the spindles have broken off the casters. These were what you'd put your shims on to adjust the height of the mower, and most of them were broken off, and most of the wheels and bearings are bad in it. So we're using these, and we're going to cut some of them down, make some smaller ones out of it for different parts. And I got one welded to the end of the rod here, starting to make the bucket tip mechanism, or I guess not dipper. I don't know the acronyms for it. That's where we're at now. She's hot. Got some more bubble gum on there. Got our crap welded around there. The bucket will pivot off this. And we're gonna have some arms come off this, off the cylinder. She's still hot, kind of oily in there. A lot of old grease in this stuff. Using some more spare pipe and bubble gum. We got those welded on, welded on, welded on. Of course, I'm gonna do some braces across the bucket from here to there. Everything's still pretty hot. Pins move free, everything moves free. Strengthen the bucket up. I'm gonna go probably on the inside of the lip and put some square tube across too, strengthen it up, maybe make some more, something go down the side, make it thicker. But now, we gotta come up with all this stuff here. Here's what we did with our Fabricating rig together sides here. I'm not so good at videoing things and trying to do it as I mock things up. Get those welded on there in the back. Got the pivots, points, got a welded bucket, got a brace inside. I don't know if we'll put brace on the outside since I got one on the inside, but we'll see. We're on a fixture right there. This should give me about 4.5 feet deep when I dig. Like I said, I've got sand, so it's not going to be tough digging by no means. And I didn't want to leave it too long because I didn't want to really put a lot of stress on the loader arms. But we're going to weld her there in the middle. By the way, don't buy these gloves from Harbor Freight. These are the thickest ones they got. They lasted just about as long as a condom on prom night. But we're going to brace it there. We're going to have some trusses come across to help hold to that bracket. Alrighty. Now we've got some big gussets going across with some bubble gum. I'm going to fill in the welds. There's a spot right in the middle that's gone. I'll go around and do the back sides of them. Underneath, I'm probably going to box this in. And I might even, I don't know, I might box the whole thing from here on out with a plate. I don't know. Still got box the corners in there. But this should give me about 4.5 feet worth of digging depth. Tomorrow we get the hydraulics. The local Rural King picked up some fittings. Luckily, I've had quite a little assortment of fittings left over from other jobs and various bullshit. So now we're going to weld some stoppers on this. Got pins in the ones with holes. Stopper pins from sliding out. Grease all this crap. Overlook the bubble gum. Run the lines back. I told you we're using scrap. The only thing on here there really wasn't too much scrap was this diamond plate. I put some sides under my flatbed of my truck, and that's what we had left over. So we're using the leftover of the diamond plate. These were extra push rods out of my old Galaxy. So I'm going to bend those, cut it off here, cut it off there. We're going to weld these on here so we can hold our hoses. After they're cut off flush, we're going to weld them, hold our hoses here. There should be one over here. Right now the hoses just for shits and giggles. We're going to run back up the side of the tractor. Go over the loader arm, down. They're zip tied to the other lines up out of the way so they're not dragging low. And they go back here to my rear remote. So we're going to see how it goes. We're going to run off the rear remote and see if we like it or not. We may not like it, but it's what it is. The tread plate came off this truck here. That's a front bumper. I need to repaint it again. I made that front bumper. I wrecked the truck got wrecked. If you see my other videos, the shit happens videos, that's what this bumper came to be with the shit happens. I still gotta make something to put out there on the grill. But I bought a Nafied flatbed, and I kept looking at it, and it always pissed me off because you can see all that shit underneath your bed. I hate seeing the frame. The crap's rusty. I live in the Rust Belt of Indiana, so it's always rusty. So I extended my exhaust pipe out there in the middle, and I put sides on it. Looks a lot better to me. I like it. And we replaced the cap corners on the truck because they were rusted out. And there's the next project. I'm going to put a tongue back on that. It was a gooseneck there for a while, but alright. Next video should be running this beast, seeing what it does. Boys, before we do the maiden voyage of this shitter, we're going to take a look here quick. Alright, so my kids had this old, I guess you'd say wheelbarrow. Shitty old little wheelbarrow out in the yard that they'd broken and bent the wheels and crap on the bucket. So we took it. It's hard to see. Where's that? Where's that? Where you at? Sorry. Slit the side of the pipe, squeezed it down, put a band clamp on there. This is what I'm using for the hydraulics for the front. So it's a little higher. You want to lay it down so far and move it, and it misses that. And if it doesn't miss it, if it doesn't miss the gear shift lever, high, low, medium, then we can just twist it a little bit and it will miss it. Just till it just enough so we can see what it does without it falling down. It's kind of hard to do it. Alright, let's give her a try. And remember, when I said we got sand here, we got sand. Boys and girls, looks like it wasn't all that bad. I got down in there and that's a little more than 4 feet. And it wasn't bottom down in the frame. Looks like we have some tweaking going on in this area, but it's holding together. And surprisingly, this shit's holding together. So, alright, I guess I'd call that a success for spinning no more than the hoses, really. The other stuff is just leftover. The hoses weren't. The hoses were kind of pricey, but oh well. Alright, so tell me what you guys think. And I know this is not the right thing to do with loader arms, but you know what? Sometimes if you're going to keep stuff, you might as well play with it a little bit. Alright guys, tell me what you think below.